Mom. Dad. Juliet. Nui. Did you like my singing?
I didn't realize you were starting.
Oh,
I
really?
had to catch up. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you guys could tell, but for the first two verses, I was perfectly tone perfect or pitch perfect.
Perfectly tone perfect?
Pitch perfect. Sorry.
Pitch perfect?
Pardon, sometimes I get so caught up in my perfect pitch that I forget it's not tone, it's pitch.
Shut up.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back. This is a late night 10:30 start.
Yeah,
10:30
it's a late
kickoff.
start, dude.
Usually we don't get this late because you're gotta work in the morning.
Yeah, but I have not got to work in the morning, so.
And we've been drinking for quite a bit longer than we usually do. We
Slightly
usually we finish a bottle of wine or two bottles, so like a bottle each by the end of a pod.
Mm-hmm.
This is my fourth drink.
Yeah.
And we just started the pod.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ew.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I know this is a huge tone shift.
Mm-hmm.
In a serious matter, I just would like to send out a prayer to all the people in Iran that are innocent people. Just because one of my coworkers, Ali, who's Persian, and I really love Ali. He's such a good dude. He's just told me some things like his family's there and stuff. So I just want to send some love, and I just hope for peace for all the innocent people.
Peace and love, baby.
Peace and love, yeah. So anyhow, sorry, I just wanted to say that. Let's get back at it. Neve, your parents are here.
Yes, they are.
What's that about?
Well, so far on the 2 nights they've been here, the first night they got me drunk because
They did.
yeah,
They forced you.
they forced it down my
Waterboarded you.
no, but like when we get together, we have some drinks, and
Yeah, I noticed
I
because
had some few more drinks than I probably should have.
you did, or they all.
I did. I mean, everyone in England, we just drink, right? Like.
Well, this is what I thought was
so we
funny.
talk and drink.
you guys are like, this is just like what the day looked like yesterday. So our parents were arriving, and I was gonna come home from work, walk new, they'd be over by the time Juliet's in bed, which is like 7:30. They'll go home, and Derek will go to soccer at 9. And I was like, okay. I didn't really believe that, to be honest, but that's what you'd said.
That's your first mistake.
Well, no,
believing that.
yeah, anyone that believed that, I was like, okay, sure. Sure enough, your mom and dad get here, and we're like, hey, let's go to the liquor store. And your mom picks up a 30-pack of White Claw, a 12-pack of Corona, and a 4-pack of Tallboy White Tugs for Sam.
Fat Tugs.
Fat Tugs. What did I say? White Tugs.
White Tugs.
White Tugs. And and I was just like, in my head, I was like, there's no way that this is all getting bought and everyone's just going home when I go to soccer.
What can I say? We like to drink.
Well, yeah, I had fun. I'm glad I went to soccer because it was a fun game and all that, but I wish I could have stayed because it seemed fun.
Yeah, you had a fun time.
Yeah.
I thought it was super fun when my cousins started giving us stories about all the like dead bodies they find.
Well, what are they?
I was like, wow, party.
What's their job?
So Steph is CSI, crime scene investigation. I'm not sure exactly what Brad does, but I think he's kind of like a police, like first responder. So he like gets to the crime scenes.
Yeah,
and then they call in CSI.
He's for sure a police officer.
Yeah.
And I feel, okay, I don't know. Is it, do cops like being called cops?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know.
Never asked cop.
Because I don't think it's a slur or a bad thing. But I have been around police officers before and been like, yeah, the cops. And I you know me, I like can kind of pick up vibes.
Yeah.
I've always felt like I felt like I said something, I can't remember, and it wasn't bad because I actually just
Yeah.
genuinely like police. I'm not like a hater of them
Yeah.
by any means, but I kept saying cops, and I kind of felt like this like piercing, like I was like, ooh, cops, cops, cops. I was like, oh, okay, I shouldn't be saying that. But yeah, he's definitely, I don't know if he's just normal police officer though, because it seems like he's like
No.
actually on the crime scene looking, and like he's
Yeah.
not just shows up there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really nice. I liked him.
Yeah, they're really good people.
Yeah. So yeah, the one thing I thought their stories were really interesting and funny and cool and like
Yeah.
shocking, but I can imagine you tell a lot of people that and it like really ruins their night.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, I thought it was so funny. They were laughing about like a little bit of a finger, and I was laughing. I was like, yeah, I mean, you're definitely two peas in a pod.
Yeah, they what was it like? They found like a festering person that had been there for like 4 years, and they're like, oh, maybe this is part of her finger that fell off.
Oh,
or
yeah, they're like
maybe
laughing
it's
about it,
not
or-
it. And it's like, yeah.
It's wild
Relatable.
though, because they tell you these stories
Yeah.
and you never ever hear these stories unless you're watching like a CSI like doc
Yeah,
about that,
exactly.
right?
That's why I'm like,
But
that's
it
so
proves that shit happens all the time. Like
Yeah.
I guarantee you weird shit like that happens in North Vancouver, but you'll just never hear about it because it's like not something.
No, it's not newsworthy.
Yeah, like maybe not like the murders and stuff, but like things like I've had firefighters tell me about like they've gone into places that have like had decayed bodies in them and stuff
Yeah.
like that before. So it's like it happens. It's not something that's just like
You see in your day-to-day life.
yeah,
Yeah, no shit.
yeah, I'm excited. So okay, what is tomorrow happening with Brad, Sim, and I? What I know we're going to the zoo.
We're going to the zoo
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yes. And
And
that's
then-
you, me, and your parents and Sue.
Yeah, and maybe Sue and Steph and Brad.
Oh, they might come too.
They might come too.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
And then afternoon is whatever, but in the evening, I'm going out for Sarah's
Yes.
birthday dinner, and you're taking Brad and Dad, to
Is it Brad and Dad or Dad and Brad?
Dad and Brad.
Brad
It'll
and
be
Dad and Brad.
Brad, Brad.
Let's just save time and call them Dad.
Anyway, you're taking them to Black Kettle and feeding them picklebacks.
Okay, here's the thing. We for sure should go to Black Kettle.
Yeah.
But if Brad's never been to North America, just so everyone's aware, Brad's never been to North America.
Okay.
I feel like it's kind of a waste of a night just to go to Black Kettle.
Well, where do you want to take them?
Well, I'm thinking like if we want burgers, we go to Black Kettle earlier. Like we start there.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, we can either go downtown or we can go to the waterfront and go to the brew tour because there's the whole like waterfront to see.
Yeah.
I just feel like Black Kettle, outside of the burger being good, it's literally like industrial construction zone.
Yeah.
And it'll be good to go there, but just do that. It's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like we should.
Well, you
do
tell
that.
them then. You plan the night.
So we're having a night.
Well, if you want to have a night, like that's the
Well, I'd
thing, you gotta
assume
plan
so.
it.
Yeah. Okay. I just didn't
mean,
know.
if you're getting my dad doing picklebacks, like you're probably having a bit of a night.
All right. If anyone can, I hope this gets picked up. One sec. That's me thinking.
Wow.
Okay, I heard about a conspiracy that I think is true.
I bet you did.
This one, no, I think this one's actually pretty legit. Okay,
Yeah? Okay.
I haven't looked too far into it because I just saw a little 10-minute video on it. But basically, have you heard of the McDonald's milkshake conspiracy
No.
or ice cream machine?
Was
No?
always broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the conspiracy for those of you that don't know is it's called the McDonald's thing that makes their ice cream, and you've seen it because it's always been the exact same, is
Yeah.
called Taylor, and it's a company, okay?
I mean, I also used to work at McDonald's.
So you know, okay, so you would know extra
Yeah.
because you're extra. Oh, burn! If we had
Was that a burn?
if we had one of those like burn things, I like or those burn. I want to get one of those now.
Okay.
So anyhow, the conspiracy of it is they're always broken.
Mm-hmm.
I've never noticed this ever, but I don't know. I don't really go to McDonald's and order their ice cream ever in my life, let alone I don't really go to McDonald's other than in the morning for coffee at like 7 in the morning. So anyhow, there's like been more digging into it and what happened. So the big thing was they were always broken, and the bullshit of it was you were only able to get them repaired by the company that manufactured them, by their mechanics, because they had all these dumb tools and things and like computers in them that you had to like have their things. So some company came out and their whole thing was they made a computer that made it so that all the owners could actually do it themselves and fix the machines. And it was like something you'd plug in a diagnostic check and help you out. But then they were doing all these tests at McDonald's, and this is all proven. Okay, this is when I say this is a conspiracy.
You watched a 10-minute video on it.
I watched a 10-minute video on it. McDonald's. So I can't remember the name of the company now, but McDonald's had a whole bunch, and the company was trying to run tests on the ice cream machines to see if their product works. So they'd go to the franchise owners and start asking them to help them, but they obviously had to be like NDA about it, because if McDonald's found out and they were these franchise owners, they so all them were doing it. But then McDonald's started paying because they knew this was going on. They started talking to franchise owners and they're like, hey, if you go in and start giving them this, but like then give us all the data of what's going on, blah blah blah, we'll pay you money for it. So McDonald's had these like inside guys that were in on this company that was making this whole thing so that do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I can tell you for now it's absolute bullshit.
No, wait, it gets crazier though. It gets crazier. And then so now McDonald's has like inside franchisees in this company that's trying to hack this thing so that they can make it so people can fix it with their own franchise without the mechanics, okay? And then all of a sudden, the reason they found out McDonald's was doing this was because there was 2 or 3 of these like machines that were plugged in just disappeared off. Like you could see all the statistics coming in. They just shut down and stopped working. And it was because McDonald's had like turned them off to back manufacture them so they could like create code against them. And then in the end, it comes back to McDonald's has a quarter share in all of the companies that fix the tailor-made ice cream machines. And that's the conspiracy, but it has like, according to this video,
this 10-minute video you watched.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, correct.
Correct.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's absolute bullshit.
Why?
Because I used to work at McDonald's, and the reason that you tell people that the ice cream machine is broken is because it's a pain in the ass to clean.
Okay.
And once it's like dirty enough that it needs cleaning, it won't run until you clean it. And it's a pain in the ass to clean. So you just tell people that the ice cream machine's broken because you don't want to fucking clean it.
Really?
Yeah. And like, let me tell you, it's fucking gross. It's fucking gross.
Why is it gross
to clean that thing? Because it's just like fucking loads worth of like dairy product. Like, it's icky.
Okay, well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
stuff drips down the side, and it's like so
the
gross
thing
to
too is
clean.
it's not just smelly, because we didn't have a Taylor one, but when I worked at for years, we had that, because it's that thing that goes like too, you know what I mean, for the milkshakes.
Yeah.
It would get the nastiest like film thing on it.
That's not what the McDonald's one is.
Oh.
Like, even slightly. Like, you pour like a fucking pre-made slop into like the machine, and then it whirls it up. It's really gross. It's really, really gross.
Okay.
And nobody wants to clean that.
Okay,
So
so
you just tell people it's broken.
okay, so we'll leave it to the
So I'm
viewers.
telling you that's
leave in the
like-
comments. Who do you believe, the person that worked at McDonald's or the 10-minute video I saw? and we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see who's right.
fucking
And
will.
also, I think we can all agree that whatever the comments say is the answer. That's the facts.
All right, fucking the one comment that we're gonna get from Joach is
No,
gonna side with you.
We'll get two. One from Joe. No way. Joach is more likely to side with you for sure.
I mean, if he's smart, yeah.
Because Joach can't handle the truth. So, okay. And also, your mom and me were talking about it. There is something wrong with the comments. So, we'll get two comments. One from Joach, one from Julie. I just want to give a shout out to all of our other viewers. If you agree with me, I'll make you tater tots.
You can't keep providing false promises, Derek.
I can. Watch me. Yeah. That happened. We are 6 weeks in a row. I just want to bring that up quickly here.
Let's go.
Let's go. 10 more weeks until we're at the record.
Snaps.
Snap, snap, snap. Neve, you have a little daughter. Mm-hmm. And she's about to become a flower girl.
She is.
Do you want to talk about that?
Obviously.
All right, let's go.
So we have Rachel Armand's wedding this weekend.
Exciting.
Which is crazy.
Right?
It's so crazy. I can't believe that it's now. Do you know what I mean? Like, we were, Derek and I were part of the plans for the engagement. And then the engagement party happened, and that was when I was still pregnant. So that's like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. That's wild, hey?
Which is so wild. And now they're actually getting married, and Juliet's going to be a flower girl.
Yeah, I
which
know.
is awesome.
That's so sweet, hey?
It's so awesome. I'm so excited. Juliet has this beautiful little dress, and like a little basket. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so cute. But I'm also just like stoked that we get to go to Rachel Armand's wedding. Like,
Yeah.
they're just really good people, and I'm super stoked that they're getting married.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. It seems wild how, like, when you think back to, the engagement was at the place across from Park, right?
Yeah.
From then to now seems like so long ago.
For me, it doesn't. For me, it feels like it was just like the other week.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, for me, I feel like it's been such a long time since, like, with everything that's happened. Just I don't know, just life. It seemed like the thing I'm really, really excited about. I mean, obviously it's exciting. It's Armand and Rachel's wedding, so it's always a fun wedding. But this is the first Indian wedding I've ever been to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like Matt Whittle was at their, like, I forget what it's called. I'm not even gonna try to say the name because I can't even think of it. But it's like the thing where Rachel gets all the henna done, and then they like do it's like more traditional dancing, and I guess like Armand's like family that's not invited but is here or something like that.
Yeah.
They're all there, so it's like for them to see. And Matt was just telling me about it, and I was just like, it snapped into me. I was like, oh yeah, like this is an Indian wedding, which is gonna be, I've heard,
so much fun.
they're so fun.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to just, and then it's out on their place in Langley, is it?
No, it's in Harrison.
It's gonna be so sweet out there. Yeah.
It's on a golf course.
Oh,
Yeah, Sandpiper Golf Course.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And we're staying on the golf course?
We're in a cabin on the golf course, yeah.
Maybe I'll bring my wedges.
No.
You just hear like
It's
this.
a no.
Do you take Armand to take it 4? Sorry, guys. I was on the 9th. Yeah, it's just going to be such a fun time. And
Yeah.
I really like your dress.
Thank you.
Yeah. And My suit matches your dress, I think.
Yeah,
too.
your suit's really nice.
It's sweet. Can you believe that? Outside of I've owned, I guess I had a suit at grad, but I don't really count that as a suit because I was literally like a little pinner 16-year-old.
Yeah.
So it's like within 2 years, it literally probably would have broken on me. And then I got one. I think we were 22 or 23 when Zach got married, and I got like a $2,000 or $3,000 suit.
Yeah.
Which was wild because you could feel it. Like even at that age, we were like looking at all the suits, and you put it on, and you're like, I don't even think James Bond can afford this. And then this now is like, this was just from Zara, but I have to say, it actually made me way more comfortable buying that suit. So the top, the bottom, and the shirt was $300.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a good purchase because A, I don't have a suit, B, it matches you, and also we have like 3 weddings this summer.
Yeah.
So I can just wear it to all of them. But the idea of having this super expensive suit to me, just, it makes me uncomfortable because A, I can't afford that.
Yeah.
But also like, you're so like worried about all this stuff. Whereas my suit, like I'm going to take care of it. But like if it gets a stain, you're like, the coat was $165, which isn't like, it's not the end of the world if that gets a stain on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And knowing you, it's probably going to get a stain on it.
No, I don't think it will. Just solely the pants, maybe, but because I don't think I'll be wearing it very much. Like we'll show up in it and stuff, but like it's gonna be hot as hell.
Yeah, maybe you're just gonna see Derek at like the corner of Granville, and he's eating a hot dog, and he gets ketchup stain on his suit.
Wait, are we going to Granville after the wedding?
No, but like maybe because you want to wear the suit, you just like wear it
pre-wedding. I'm like, I'm gonna go have a hot dog on Granville.
In this suit.
In the suit, just to get it broken in. So we definitely started at the end of the week because your parents just got here. How was so I went camping.
Yeah.
How was Little Kickers with Jay?
Oh, it was fun, but she definitely prefers it when you're there.
How do you say that? We've only done one each now.
Yeah, but she's just like, she knows that her dad does soccer, so I feel like she wants to do it more when you're there. She was not as interested when it was with me.
I mean, fair enough. I feel like you're being a little hard on yourself, but okay. I'm not gonna.
No, I'm just saying it how it is. She was like, she just wants to like kick the ball more when you're there.
So what were the drills you guys were doing?
To be fair, they were like, I felt like they were kind of hard for like a not even 2-year-old. They were like, put this ball on the cone and then do a backward kick.
Wait, what?
Like, I don't even think I can do that.
What's a backward kick?
Like when you chip it with your heel from behind.
What?
Yeah.
That's what they're teaching her?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we got to get her out of that school. I'm sorry. Okay. First off, that's literally makes no sense why you would be teaching 2-year-olds that, because they literally don't even like consistently kick it.
Ball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's like, all right, I need you to juggle it on left foot, right foot, off the head, heel it. And then Juliet's like, airplane. Like, that's wild. Like, I'm not criticizing it as like I would do this drills. It just seems wild that they're trying to get them to heel the ball when like they're like, last weekend was like run to the green circle. What was it? Dinosaur stop to the red circle.
Oh, we still did that
good.
stuff. We still did that.
That was good. Those were the funnest ones, I thought. The soccer ones were like, it's cool we're doing that because they're learning soccer, but it's definitely the least like productive for a little kid to be doing.
She was trying though. She got it kind of. Not really, but
I had my last client. She's a nurse.
Yeah.
And she has 2 kids. They're like 17 or 18 or something like that. But she all the nurses love hearing about Juliet. Like
Yeah.
anytime I haven't seen a nurse, because there is one thing I do know is a lot of Lionsgate Hospital know who I am, like a huge amount of them.
Yeah.
So they obviously talk about me a lot, but I think more so when I mean me is like my baby.
Yeah.
And when I mean they talk about me, I think it's like they're aware I have a little girl. It's not
Yeah.
like they're always just literally talking
Yeah.
about me. So they always come in, and no matter who they are, how long it's been since I've seen them, they always are like, "Oh, don't you have a little daughter?" Right? And this one woman was right away. It was like we were talking. She's like, "Oh, you play soccer a lot, right?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, you're gonna coach her soccer team for sure."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, my partner always says I'm going to, and I'll admit, like, I'll probably see a coach do something like, no, this isn't how it's done, and like fire them or something."
100% you will.
Yeah, but she was like, "Oh, they're always looking for coaches, especially ones that actually play the game and know what it's about." And I was just, she's like, "You should get your certificate." And I was like, "So it begins."
Yeah, see, like North Shore soccer is a big thing, but North Shore girls soccer is like a huge thing.
Oh, I know better than you know. It's it's like
exactly,
a mega it's like a mini corporation. It's not a
Yeah.
mega corporation. It's a mini one.
And I just don't see a future where if Juliet's playing soccer, you're not coaching it. Like, I don't see that. Like,
Well, I
there's
might be like the athletic fitness coordinator of skills and competitive status.
So the coach, right?
No, I'll be the guy that feeds things into the coach's ear, and then one day when the coach fucks up, they're like, "Turns out it was the assistant was the guy," and then I usurp him. I mean, it'll happen probably. Whatever, do it. But the thing is, I don't want to even think about it because you do have to get licenses. You can't just become coach. Well, I could, but like whatever. No, but you
I mean, licenses aren't hard to get.
no, they're impossible to get unless you have. They go in and they're like, they ask you all these questions like, in 2022, what was Pep Guardiola's defensive style against AC Milan? And you have to know, or else you can't coach the U4 girls.
Oh, you have to do a test.
Yeah. Something just fell off here. One sec.
Yeah, it went under the table. You're fucking around with the screws, Derek.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, I guess that's maybe a thing that'll happen.
It's for sure a thing that will happen.
Maybe. What, she might not want it.
What do you mean?
She might not want me to be her coach.
Or she might not play soccer.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That's possible.
But I feel like if she does, you'll for sure be our coach.
Well, okay, here's the thing. This is my feeling. This is just like my genuine feeling. So I clearly love soccer a lot, right? And I do. But I also loved hockey so much. Like the thing, like growing up, I played soccer, basketball, and baseball were the main things I played. Okay. And then I want to say in like grade 4 or 5, 4, when Dylan Crawford moved here, I literally didn't even have, I knew what hockey was literally because we'd play like some road hockey once in a while, but I didn't care. I just did soccer, baseball, and basketball. And then Dylan Crawford introduced me to hockey. And so I started loving hockey and playing it. But by the time I started playing it, to be grade 5, I think it was grade 5 or 6 before I actually started playing, it's too late. Like because the thing is skating. If you start skating from like, imagine if Juliet was already trying to skate versus me that I literally skated as a kid because everyone does here, but like, it's not the same as playing hockey. And so I was learning like, oh, you step over to turn and how to stop with both skates, where there's kids that knew how to do that when they were 2. Yeah. So in terms of like being competitive in the sport, you can't really do it. Just you're so far behind. Yeah. So I played a ton of hockey, road hockey. I practiced outside, did all that stuff, but I was just not good enough. So there became a point when I was like grade 8 or 9 where you had to choose like, what sports are you going to do? And I just wasn't good enough at hockey to be like, oh, I'll keep doing that. Whereas soccer, I could be like really competitive, and I did love it and all that. So like my thought for Juliet is, if she doesn't love soccer, that's fine, and she won't play it. But I'm going to give her a really good base foundation, just basically through her doing little kickers. And then I love it so much that she'll just be around a soccer ball. So if she does like it, she'll be good. No, and when I say good, I don't mean like, oh, amazing, but she'll be like able to play soccer.
Yeah.
And be on some good teams and have fun doing it, assuming she wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've also like, the first time I brought her to one of your games, she was what, 5 days old?
4
days old.
And I held her up like Mufasa, and the whole team cheered. Yeah, that was one of my favorite moments ever.
Yeah.
I gotta just relive that for people.
Yeah.
So Juliet's 4 days old, and my soccer team, I'm gonna say, on a day when we have the whole squad out, it's a big game. So it's a nice day. Parents, girlfriends, everyone, friends are there. We're probably like 40 to 50 people deep.
Yeah.
Like, it's a huge squad of people. And so it was one of those days, and Juliet had just been born. We played a game, and then Neve, you came at the end, right?
No. I was there from the beginning.
Oh yeah, so
I had her in her little baby sling.
Yeah, so Neve like shows up with Juliet, and I bring her into the middle of the team and hold her up, and everyone starts going, yeah.
Yeah, it was super funny. Yeah, we like turned up at the pitch, and you're just holding the baby like.
Yeah.
So, and I've tried to be like pretty consistent and like coming to your games whenever I can.
Yeah.
Whenever it's not like, and even now when your games are right in the middle of nap time, I'll try and get her to like nap early so we can come for the second half, just because it's like, it's nice for her to be there.
Yeah. Well, it is. The thing that's nice about it is she's obviously not just sitting on the sideline like, meh. She's just running around and having a good time and seeing everyone. It is nice, too, for all the girls to see her now that she's not a little frump. She actually is, like, Evie loves her.
Social, yeah.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, I know, and that's, like, her and Evie and Sierra, and this summer, I'm just, like, she's actually, like, getting to know them as well. And now when she sees them, she can like recognize who they are too, and I'm like, that's so awesome.
It is.
That's so cool.
That's the one thing I wish about winter soccer. I love I have no complaint with my actual team or anything about it other than the weather.
Yeah,
because if the weather, it doesn't even have to be nice, it's just not shitting rain and cold, like so much of it's just so much more pleasant in the summer. Like, you're just like, oh, it's grassy and sunny, and a bird's like chirp chirp chirp, and then you hear some guys like, my knee, and they're like, don't worry about him, let's have some beers.
yeah, exactly. That's what I like about summer soccer. It's always like a little event afterwards too. Like, you have beers, and then you have like, sometimes you have barbecues, and it's just fun.
In a wagon.
And a wagon. We got the wagon now.
Yeah,
I'm so stoked on the wagon.
Yeah, it's a sweet wagon.
I'm
not gonna lie, the first wagon you got, I did not like at all.
Well, that was free from.
I know. I wasn't like, what the fuck, but it was like that was very similar to the wagon my mom has, and it's so like old school wagon, whereas the new wagons are like compact, discreet, comfy, easy to use. That one was just like cumbersome and annoying,
really inconvenient as well.
When we tried to put it in the back of the car, it just took up the whole car. Yeah. Whereas the wagons we got now, they just like fold up, they have like all-terrain tires, and you're like, yeah, it's a nice wagon, let's go. Does it have a little top?
You can get tops for them. I haven't got one yet, but like, you can.
Yeah, so my hair, what did your parents call it? A twat knot?
Twat knob.
Twat knob.
Twat knot.
Twat knot.
Twat knot.
Twab knob?
Twat knot.
Yeah.
I did like, I was like, you can't be sensitive around my parents, because English culture is to rip hardest on the people that you love most. So
Oh, trust
like,
me.
if they're tearing into you, it's because they love you.
I've literally played sports my whole life, and that's basically sports. Is everyone just makes fun of you, and
Yeah.
I always think like if you don't know someone and they're making fun of you, then you're like fuck you. But if it's people you know, you're like
Yeah.
like clearly they like I don't know. It's the same thing at work. Every single person I work with and so many of my clients literally look at my hair, like they look up at it or like make this big deal about it. And I'm always like, it's just because they like, they love me and care. It's like,
Yeah.
when people generally don't do that, if they're like, no one would be like,
Yeah.
ew, and mean it. You'd be like, okay, just shut up, guys, whatever. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things. Too, I always think like sometimes I'll admit, not to your parents and stuff, I don't mind that at all, but like sometimes some people I'm like, I don't really get why you think you could say that to me.
Yeah.
I know you're joking, but it's kind of weird you do. But I always do think people always like notice, and so there's a lot of people that give for like people to notice them. So I'm always like, it's just nice. It's not like a bad thing. Yeah. But it is, I must admit, I don't like it like this. It's just the most
Convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like by the time, I'm just looking forward to when it's not.
Well, that's it. But I get that, but also it looks really good when it's down.
I know. It just gets there. Like I was saying this. I was working with Mandy and Sonia today, and they were laughing because I had my hair down for most of the day, and the last 3 I had it up in this, and I usually don't have it up like this. And I was like, you don't understand. It's at a perfect length, so when it hangs down, because a lot of my job is like head down forward, so your hair just naturally falls down. It literally rubs across my eyes, and my eyes start tearing up, and I'm like crying, and they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "It's just my hair."
Yeah, everything like that, but that's it's true.
Yeah. So camping. Camping was a success. We went to a really nice spot. Yeah, it was really good. I'm glad we did it. But I ate way too much food.
Yeah, you ate so much that you threw up, right?
I threw up, but it was a problem. No, the problem was it was everything, and it is a camping thing. Like,
but also you are a grazer by nature.
Yes,
That's us. I was talking to my parents about this. They were like, "Oh, maybe Juliet's just a grazer like Derek," and I was like, "Yeah, that's so true. You are a grazer."
I am a heavy grazer.
Yeah.
But no, like that is funny to hear that.
Yeah.
Like on the savannah, I'd just be eating a little bit of grass here and there the whole time. Yo, Derek, you want some elephant? No, I'll just have some grass. What was I going to say? We were talking about me grazing. Oh, yeah, no, the thing was, so me and Connor left here at 9 a.m. Or no, I left, what time? I got to Connor's by like 9:10, 9:15, okay? And then we stopped at the liquor store on the bridge, by the bridge there, and head out. That's it, like that quick. So we get there, I want to say like by maybe just after noon. And then we start drinking and setting up everything. And we had a few little bites of this and that, but we assumed Matt and Gabe were going to get there by like 1 o'clock. And they didn't get there till like 3:30 or 4. So me and Connor drank and basically not eaten much, but we had eaten a little. And then so once they got there, I started cooking and just started like, when you're really drunk and you need to eat, you just start shoveling it in. And and it wasn't like we had like 3 chicken thighs each, a thing of corn, a beef skewer. What else did we have? I cooked 3 sausages, or 2 sausages each on like bun, the churi pan, which is the chorizo bread and chimichurri sauce. I made my chimichurri, was really good.
Yeah.
And then all this candy, all this like snacks and desserts.
Yeah.
And I just woke up in the middle of the night and threw up over the bank.
I mean, I can't say I'm shocked, to be honest.
No, and I should have thrown up before bed because it was one of those ones you feel like you open your mouth and the chicken would fall out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you ate too much. But
No, I mean, I can't relate, but sure.
But it was a good trip overall, and my main takeaway was I know how to make some damn good chicken thighs.
Well, I'm happy that did it taste as good coming back up as it did going down?
Obviously. That's when I make food, that's what I think about. I'm like, if it comes back up, would it still be good? Gordon.
Have you ever had that when you puke up something and it literally tastes exactly the same as when you ate it / drank it?
Only things I've drank, not eaten. Not eaten for sure.
I remember one time it was my friend's 18th birthday at a bar in England, and we drank them out of Malibu first, and then we drank them out of Sambuca. So they gave us black Sambuca, and I don't know if you ever had black Sambuca, but it's black, obviously, and it's basically like liquid licorice, but it's alcoholic.
Isn't Sambuca always licorice?
Yeah, but it's like, because it's black, it's like extra licorice.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
And then I threw up that night at my friend's house, and it was literally like black vomit. It was so gross. And it tasted exactly the same coming up as it did going down.
Yeah, that's, again, a liquid. Makes sense, yeah. The one that came to my mind was Gatorade. If you throw up and, like, say you're, like, dry heaving and you drink Gatorade and then you throw it up, you're like, that still tastes like Gatorade.
Oh, yeah, I thrown up, why do you have to be driving for that?
Dry heaving.
Oh, I was
like I'm saying, like your stomach's empty.
You're driving in the car and you're just throwing up Gatorade.
You've never done that?
Yeah, no. Another one I did was, what was it? Pepto-Bismol. You know, when you have acid reflux and you're like trying to burp it up, and then like you've already drank your Pepto and then you puke and it's like pink and Pepto-y.
Okay, so when you think of Pepto-Bismol, what's the first word that comes to your head?
Pepto-Bismol.
That's the word. You know, like outside of the word Pepto-Bismol.
Probably pink.
Pink? Okay. Mine is, I love the taste of it. That's
not a word,
no, M-H, yummy. Like that. Like first off, I have had Pepto-Bismol Slurpee before, but it was just a flavor. It wasn't actual Pepto-Bismol.
That's gross.
And the only reason I don't drink Pepto-Bismol is solely because, like, you can't. Like, I know you can't just go chug it unless your stomach's upset, but if you, for some reason, could just drink it for a flavor, I would.
Pepto-Bismol tastes like strawberry chalk.
Well, call me a guy that likes strawberry chalk then. Pour some Pepto on me. Pour some Pepto on me.
Just stop that now. You're in it. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Speaking of which, do you want to do raps?
Yeah. I always want to
Tortillas?
rap. I'll rap if you want me to.
Okay. Who's going to go first?
Who went first last time?
Can't remember.
I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Or do you, your choice.
Gotta get tunes. Okay.
Your choice. Do you want, okay.
You already said it.
What are the
you gotta
words?
do it. The words are
Pepto-Bismol?
Pepto.
Yeah, okay. I'll take that.
Nuo. And Frankenstein.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Okay, let me... Ooh.
Yeah, I can jive to this.
Yeah.
All right, I'll drive, but not for too long, because I don't do nothing for free. I got Frankenstein on my mind. Frankenstein on my mind. I got Frankenstein on my mind. Walking through these halls, I've got Frankenstein on my mind.
Are you gonna go anytime soon or no?
Yo, don't interrupt me in the middle of my song.
Sorry. The rhythm was flowing.
I was feeling that too. All right, here we go. I'll get back into it. Frankenstein on my mind. Every single time. Frankenstein on my mind. Me and my dog duo. Walking through the mall. Watching out for Frankenstein in his halls. Walking through the halls. Frankenstein on my mind. Me and Nuo gonna do some crazy shit. About to drink some Pepto. Then I'ma go become a klepto. Steal some shit from this motherfucking mall. Watch out. Frankenstein's walking around. Cut it.
Wow, that was incredible, babe.
Yeah, I know.
Don't ever become a rapper.
Okay,
I said that to you before.
Let's just be real here. I never said I was a rapper. I said I could sing.
And neither are true.
What was that? Was that my 64 rap?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta give me words first, though.
Escape. Mm-hmm. Bury. Bank. Escape, bury, bank.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Can you roll with this?
Yeah, the beat's gotta drop first, though.
I know.
Thanks, Dart. Appreciate your input. Okay. Okay, wait for it. Okay. I'm walking through these halls because I'm trying to escape. Jump through the window and I'll make some berry cake. Next time, what was the last word?
Bank.
Oh, yeah, I'm making this cake. And when I talk about cake, I mean money. Gonna get the bank and I'm gonna get my honey.
I mean, honestly, that was really good until you forgot the last word.
Yeah, thank you.
And I feel like if you,
something in my head and then
I feel like if you had remembered the last word, you could have flown it in, because that was. We'll listen to that back and maybe we might make a song about it.
Maybe you might make an album.
Let's be real here. Your flow's better, but my lyrics, they hit.
No.
Yeah, like I don't know about anyone listening, but I was there.
I'm with my dog Nuo. That was one of your lyrics.
You say that. I'm sorry. I spit truth. I speak reality, and I am right here with my dog Nuo, and that is the truth. Frankenstein.
Frankenstein on my mind.
Every one of mine starts.
Honestly, they should fucking sketch that into the walls now so future generations can know the inspiration that came from your lyrics.
All right.
Frankenstein on my mind.
I got Frankenstein on my mind. Frankenstein. Every one of mine has some shitty like thing where I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the thing, it's like it's a rap battle. You're trying to produce a whole song here, and that's not what it's about. There, you gotta spit the verse.
No. Yeah. No, see, you can't deny. You can just say what you want. Say how music's played. Say how rap's done. I am original. I am one of a kind. I'm redefining rap.
Redefining rap so that it's shit.
Hey. You say that like rap was not shit at some point.
That is good rap, dude.
Arguably, rap isn't even music. It's just some dudes being like, blah, blah, I am, blah, blah.
Speaking of rap, I heard this new Machine Gun Kelly song where he raps, and it's actually really fucking sick.
I mean, I like MGK. I'm just sighing because I just want
Dramatic effect.
dramatic effect. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. People that hate on MGK, first off, I will say, if he hadn't done his punk rock stuff, I don't think I would have cared about his rap.
Yeah.
But I like his rap, but it's off of listening to all his punk rock.
He's got a new album coming out.
Really?
In August.
It's a rap one, right?
I don't know.
I think it's rap. I'm pretty sure it is.
I think he might have some rap on it, but he's also got like that song I showed you the other day. That's on it too. So it could be a little bit poppy. It could be a little bit rappy. Who knows?
I mean, that means he's coming back here, so we'll have to go to him again.
Well, hopefully he comes back to Vancouver.
Why wouldn't he?
Because no people come here.
MGK came here.
Yeah, once.
Have you heard of Elton John? About the Beatles? The Monkees? Or no, the Gorillaz. They were
very different bands. Very different bands.
Debatable. I mean, I guess they're
both
different.
Primate bands.
Yeah, okay. We could agree on that. I have something serious I want to say.
What?
Never mind.
Wow, inspirational.
Okay, no. There's this one I have it written down, but I forgot to look it up. So there is on the ocean floor, they discovered like 900 different new species.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this?
I haven't heard of it, but I know that we know less about the ocean floor than we do about space.
Yeah, okay. Well, so no, this is so I'm gonna bring this back. I'm gonna star it so I can come back next week and tell you more about it. But there's some nodes on the ground, like something on the bottom of the ocean, the very bottom, not just like out at Ambleside, like we're talking deep depths,
not
right?
just out at Ambleside. Okay, cool. Good to know.
Let's be real. If it's not at the bottom of Ambleside, is it worth knowing about?
Probably not.
But it's got like 900 or 1,000 different species, like new life forms they've discovered within these weird little like goo nodes. So obviously they're not like intense things. They're all like microorganisms. Yeah. But they found them all on this like weird goo on the bottom. But the one thing with it is it's super nutrient dense and valuable to humans.
Yeah.
And so now there's like this thing about it. People want to start excavating it off the bottom of the ocean's floor.
Of course they do.
But people are also concerned because it's everywhere. And so they're like, if we get rid of this from the ocean, what does it do?
Yeah.
So again, I'm going to come back to this next week because I wrote it down to look more into and I haven't got to yet. But we are at about an hour in. Should we do our buy and sells and wrap it up?
Sure.
Okay. Sorry, I just want to read one thing.
It's okay. I'm just chin scratching the dog.
Yeah, she's loving it. Hey, what a good dog.
Yeah, she's sweet.
I want to say Blue Healers by 5 are just the best.
Yeah, she's a sweet girl.
She's been good before 5, but now she's just such a good dog.
Mom and Dad said they only had to squirt her in the bum once.
See, like that's so.
She's like, yeah. It was a psych time.
Okay, I want to leave with two things.
Buy and sells.
Okay, yeah, we'll do buy and sells first. Sorry.
Buy or sell.
Yes, I actually changed that. It used to be buy/sell. Now it says buy or sell.
Okay, so what's your buy or sell?
Okay, so last week was JJ's Kickers for me, and yours was JJ's Kickers dash the farm. What was my buy? Do you have one right now? Buy or sell? What is yours?
Obviously, my parents being in town.
Okay.
Like it's just like
I'm not
so
gonna.
Easy for me right now.
I'm pretty pumped on that too. Yeah. So I'm not gonna. I'm not going to use that one just because it's I know what I'll do mine on. My sell of the week is war in Iran. I'm just selling that. Easy sell.
Yeah, it's an easy sell.
Easy sell, easy buy. Okay, so I'm gonna leave on this because I think this is important. I feel like we're genuinely, and I'm this might sound tacky, but I really mean this. I feel like the world we're going into is a world that's, and I'm not referring to politics and I'm not referring to wars and all that. I'm referring to like the tech stuff. I genuinely fear now for what I've been feeling about people addicted to their phones. I don't even want to say phone screens. I think it's screens. It's not just phones. I just hope that if even one person hears this and realizes you're spending too much time looking at your screens, and to get as far away from them as you can, do that, because I think we're going to look back one day and a lot of us will regret the amount of time we spent sitting around doing nothing, and we were just on phones looking, or screens like TVs and stuff, just looking at stuff. And I don't say that as someone that's better than, because obviously I watched a lot of TV. I have my phone, my computer, so I don't pretend it like I'm better. I actually genuinely think it's something that should be aware of and brought attention to. So like, do your best to get away from your screens, people. It's not a good thing to be on them.
Unless you're listening to our podcast.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We love you all.
Bye.
Can't wait for next episode.